Supreme Court to hear challenges to the Maratha Reservation issue in a day-to-day format from the 27th of July. Petitioners argue that the reservation breaches the 50% ceiling set by the Supreme Court for reservation in each state. So Supreme Court will hear those petitions challenging the Maratha Reservation issue. Let me go across to Meenakshi in just a bit, but before that, the information that we've just brought out to our viewers is that the Supreme Court is going to hear the pleas challenging the Maratha Reservation. Daily hearings on the issue will take place starting from 27th of July. Meenakshi Banja bringing us the latest on this story. Yes, Meenakshi.
That's right, Afrida. You see, this is a very hot, contentious issue, especially pertaining to Maharashtra. And a batch of pleas have been filed in the Supreme Court challenging the Maratha Reservation, where the petitioners argued as to how this reservation breached the 50% ceiling, which was set on an earlier occasion by the Supreme Court. And therefore, this was a fit case for the Supreme Court to have a relook. Now, what is very interesting is, in the course of developments in the backdrop of COVID-19, all eminent senior counsels like Shan Devan, Mr. Kapil Sibal, have constantly argued before the Supreme Court as to how this is an issue which merits a physical hearing, not something which can be conducted via virtual court proceedings. But despite that, today we saw Honorable Justice Nageswara Rao point out to the petitioners as to how all the parties involved in the case must sit together and decide on the modalities of the hearing as to how long will each party take to make their averments and how there should be no repeat of arguments. So clearly, despite Supreme Court being in virtual mode, the court is keen to go ahead with the hearings despite opposition from leading counsels that this is an issue which is very contentious and it merits a physical hearing for the court to consider. But today, clearly, all indications being given by the Supreme Court, like you rightly mentioned, that it wishes to hear this matter perhaps on a day-to-day basis from the 17th of July onwards.
Thanks for joining us, Meenakshi, with the latest on the story.